For weeks, I've been visiting tracks such as Lernerville or Clinton County or Thunder Valley, but for this week, I thought I'd bring you something a little different and on a smaller scale. Stonybrook Speedway is located in Stoystown, Somerset County. The track has been in operation for nearly 10 years. However, many people in the area aren't aware of its existence. That's something new promoter Bridget Laporta hopes to change.
The track's been here for about 10 years, but there's so many people that live here local that have no idea that this track is here. So we're trying to do a lot of advertising any which way that I can to get not only karters in here, but also to have spectators to come in and kind of watch and see what we have, and then hopefully maybe down the road that they might be interested in purchasing something and playing with us at our playground.
After years of supporting their children's karting efforts, Bridget and her husband Chuck have stepped up to bring excitement and value to the quarter-mile track. Yet, it's not a one-day-a-week endeavor.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. A lot of people think you just show up here on Fridays and then you just leave and it's done. It's an all-week-long process. I mean, my husband deals with a lot of it, with prepping the track along with the owners. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes things that people just does not realize that has to take place all week long to make this event happen just for a few hours on Friday.
I'm basically behind the scenes, laborer, prep, get things ready on an every week basis, and then during the week, things that need done up here, we come up during the week and get them taken care of.
When Bridget decided to go from racing mom to track promoter, there was no question she would get support from her family.
I was all behind it, I know she'd do a good job at it. She's good at this kind of stuff, the business end of it, So I knew what I'd be getting into, but whatever it takes for a family to have family fun and, and hopefully get more families out here doing the same.
As for the racing at Stonybrook, it can give kids a chance to get started in motorsports.
I just thought it would be fun because pretty much our whole family's doing it. My dad's doing it, my uncle, my cousin, and a lot more other people. It's just fun getting in karts and just riding around the track and trying to win.
Well, I got started about 4 years ago when, my dad and his buddy, they bought like this kart at a yard sale and we started running that. We started doing pretty good, so we upgraded to this new kart.
And with youth comes a lot of ambition.
I'd like to make it NASCAR, but slim chances. We'll probably go like maybe a street stock or late model.
This is the two best things I want to get on. I want to get in a sprint car and then a NASCAR.
Whenever I'm 16, I want to go to sprint cars and then keep moving up to NASCAR.
But karting isn't just for kids. 54-year-old Bill Goss is a regular competitor after years of racing full-size stock cars.
I've been coming up here for the last 5 or 6 years with my grandson, and there was an individual here who bought a kart for his son, and they had me take it out, and I won the first qualifier with it. And next week was my birthday, June 14th, which is Flag Day, and had a kart shop at my house 2 years ago with all the balloons and happy birthday, and I've been running with my grandson ever since.
Surprisingly, many things that Bill learned on his pro stock can translate to his go-kart.
Basically, technology is the same, the caster, the camber adjustments, the tire compounds. This is a good experience for somebody starting out. I was shocked of how real it is compared to the stock cars, that I've drove in the past. It's actually pretty close to the same thing.
On this night, Stonybrook hosted a special program featuring the 600cc micro sprints. Shelby Rules traveled from Clearfield County to support the micros and the track.
We're trying to help the sport grow here more or less in western PA. Of course, eastern PA is a hotbed of sprint car racing and micro sprint car racing, and we do a lot of racing out east, and so what I'm doing is trying to race out east a little bit, pick some stuff up and bring it back here to these guys, and trying to, help them in the sport and help support 600 micro sprints in general. This track is very unique because it's D-shaped and it's not banked real high. It's kind of flat. It's a quarter mile, kind of big, and it's racy. So it's very unique with the D-shape structure, whereas we're used to racing, conventional ovals and higher banking.
Stonybrook offers many classes of karts. It also offers families time to be together while at a racetrack.
I love hanging out with my family because this is the only time I get to, because my dad's always at work, so this is the time I get to spend time with him.
Oh, well, it started, I don't know, about 5 years ago. I used to race micro sprints myself, and my kids came to the track with us, and you know, they decided that they seen these go-karts running, and that's what they wanted to do. So I'm no longer racing, and they do. No, it's actually, I actually enjoy working with them, with their karts, more than I ever did when I raced myself. I think it's more fun, it's more challenging, and we just have a blast together out here doing it.
Even for Chuck Laporta, he has to divide his time between assisting with the track management and his duties with the family's racing team.
I mean, that makes it a little difficult, you know, when things need adjusted, you know, for track differences, and something goes wrong with the car, you know, I got to deal with that first. You know, the race team comes first, but we got a lot of good people in place. That's what our goal was, to get good people in place for staff, you know, so they know what they're doing. So if I get pulled away, you know, I don't have to worry about, you know, things going wrong. You know, they know what they're doing, so they're good people.
The Laportas and their staff are dedicated to the teams and fans who support the track on a weekly basis. However, for Stonybrook Speedway to grow, they realize it must appeal to newcomers as well.
Bridget and I put a lot of effort in it to try and turn this place around, you know, to make it, like I said, affordable, fun, and that's what we look for. We want people to go home from here, you know, not all angry and upset, you know, over the way things are run or the way the facility is, you know, and thinking they wasted their money. So that's why we want to turn this place around, and we want them to leave with a smile on their face and saying, we're going to come back.
Everyone that I have talked to have said how much of a difference that this place has been, and it's all for the good. I mean, you can talk to any of them here. I've had not one negative response whatsoever. And from over the years, the bulk of the people come in here to our pits, and from talking to a lot of people, this is like the Daytona of go-karting. But it's just there's not very many people that know that we're here.
We wish the Laportas and their staff many years of success. You can see their website at the bottom of your screen. It's stonybrookkartpark.webs.com. Now coming up, we're going to take a trip back in time, so stay with us.